These pictures show the biggest demonstrations against Chinese rule there in nearly 20 years. There have been reports of widespread rioting, of cars and shops smashed up and set on fire. Some eyewitnesses report hearing gunfire in Lhasa. There's now a heavy police presence on the streets. The demonstrations began on Monday, a day when Tibetans around the world gathered to mark the anniversary of a failed uprising against Chinese rule in Tibet. Beijing says Tibet is part of China, but many Tibetans reject that claim. The protests in Lhasa highlight the ongoing opposition to Chinese rule there. China's record in Tibet is once again under the spotlight ahead of the Olympic Games this August. Daniel Griffiths, BBC News, Beijing.
Well, I spoke to Dan a little earlier in Beijing and he gave us the latest news.
These are the biggest protests against Chinese rule in Tibet in nearly 20 years. Eyewitnesses have told the BBC there's been widespread rioting in the old Tibetan quarter of Lhasa. Cars turned over and set on fire, shops ransacked and destroyed, anything smacking of Chinese influence attacked. These protests have been going on since Monday, and they underscore ongoing opposition to Chinese rule in Tibet. And the reality is that this comes just months ahead of the Olympics here in Beijing. China's record on human rights, China's record on Tibet is under the spotlight once again.